Hey everyone, this is Benjamin here from the African Geek, and you are welcome to this fantastic tutorial in Canva. Today, we are going to move into the extreme adventure side of things. Okay, so the design we are going to make would kind of like make us dirty a little bit, but this is just for us to improve our skills and to do something wilder in Canva. So, if this is something you really want to create in Canva, then stay tuned and we will be right back after the intro. Okay, so we are back in Canva, and the first thing we are going to do, and before I even say it, is I'm using the desktop version of Canva. Okay, so if you also want to use the desktop version of Canva, there's a link in the description that will take you to the correct website to download it. Okay, so yeah, and I would even recommend you get it because it's not a heavy software. It's it runs smoothly and stuff like that. So yeah, the first thing we are going to do is to click on create a design, and you choose the dimension you want to work with. So I'm going with a custom dimension like I do every single time. Okay, so it should load beautifully, and yes, this is how it's looking right now. Okay, blank, and we are going to make it dirty by adding so many things. So the first thing we are going to do is to come into element, and you search for this square you have over here. So you just resize it by doing what I'm doing. Okay, and you rotate it to somewhere like 15 degrees Celsius if you are a news man or news lady. Okay, yeah, and you can just position somewhere. Let's just position here, then we duplicate it. So you can come here and click on duplicate. Okay, or you can use Ctrl C Ctrl V. Okay, if you're a keyboard person, then the same, don't touch it, let it be the same rotation. We just place it here, right click and send it to the back. Okay, then you click on this and we change the color. So we can change it to a purple, or you can come here and select maybe a darker purple sort of. Okay, so something like this should work. Okay, awesome. Then what we are going to do is to go into our shapes. Okay, we are going to search for some kind of shapes. Okay, yeah, and we'll see if they would work with it. Okay, and this is for us to test some things out. Okay, so I'm going in. Okay, I wanted to match the rotation of how we've been able to incline or slant our rectangle over here. I thought this would help us. Okay, but with how it's looking, I don't think it would be the best. Okay, and sometimes you may not get some things in Canva, but you can compromise and use other shapes. So I'm going to use a regular square shape over here. Okay, so this is going to be here, and I'll change the color to white. Okay, then I come back into my element and I go into the frames. No, with the frames you wouldn't get a perfect square. So what we can do is we can use this grid. Okay, by right click and bring it to front, and you can also reduce the size. Okay, so select all of this and lock them because I don't want to be moving them around. Okay, so now I select this and bring it down here so that we can see it well. Okay, so we have the option to use this particular shape. Okay, or we can go into our grid, sorry, not into our frames instead. Okay, and we can see the shape. Okay, now let's go here, our shapes, and see if the shape we saw initially can work with this. So it should load quickly. Oh, how come I can't find it now? Okay, so this is the shape I was referring to, but you can see the rotation of it, not the rotation, but the how it's been styled is going to make it difficult. Okay, so it means we can't actually use it. I was thinking we can use it when I saw the frame of it. Okay, so I can position this one here, and we just rotate them according to how we want them to look. Okay, and select all of this also and make it smaller a little bit. You can duplicate it again and maybe rotate it like this, rotate it more, then select all of them and you can position them to the center. Okay, so this is what we have at the moment. So what we can do now is we can come into photos and select moto cross. You see our moto cross. Okay, so we have some of these images over here. Okay, so I would select, okay, I'll select this one, okay, and set image to back. And this is a pro image, okay, and just in case you're using the free version of Canva, let me pull up this tab over here. You can go to Unsplash, okay, unsplash.com, and you can find also some interesting images here. So if you search for moto cross, you would get some cool free images also from here, okay, so that you don't you don't feel left out. Okay, and another thing I also did was, let me just put another tab in. I saw this image I also want us to use. Okay, so with this particular one, it would be, I want us to use this one, so I'll just download it quickly, and it's going to be also in the link, okay, below. So there's you would see something like get all the elements or something like that in the description, and it will lead you to a Google form where you'd have all the elements I use. Okay, so yeah, so I'll just download this quickly. Okay, so these days I don't know why it delays so much. Initially, as soon as you click, it just downloads. So let me just drag it on my design, and I'm sure you're also dragging yours to your design. Okay, so you can see we have something like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a shape. So you press R on your keyboard for a rectangle, and I position it somewhere here, and we send it backward. Okay, so if I send it to back, okay, it should also work. Then we can use the same gray color over here, or we can use the yellow, or we can even use the brown. Okay, brown. So brown can be found in orange. Okay, yeah, a darker orange becomes a brown. Then we can reduce the transparency. Okay, and we close this one from Slack, and we can position this one here, so you can see what we are trying to do. Then we send it backward. Awesome. So you can scale it up but make it backward. Okay, or what we can even do can be selecting all of this, hold shift and deselect the image we have beneath, and hold shift and also deselect the shape we added, and bring this down. Okay, so we can have our image going in. Yeah, so now that we've done this, we just need to add some text. Then later we come here, or what we can even do now is to let's do this. Let's come back into Canva, okay, element, and just in case I use some pro images, you can still download more images from Unsplash with what I illustrated earlier. Okay, so we come into photos, and I can just drag some photos here. So I'll just double click this and make it bigger. Okay, and this one also, double click, make it bigger. Select this one, double click and make it bigger. Okay, so that's nice. Yeah, so this is what we have at the moment. Okay, so yeah, then we select this one. I just want to rotate it slightly. Oh no, just this. I hold shift and deselect, and also rotate it like this. Okay, and select all, and I hold shift and deselect. Maybe I can move this up a little bit. Okay, so now that we have this, we are going into element, and we are going to search for a normal shape we have over here, and I bring this up and also rotate it. Okay, yeah, then we press T on our keyboard for toy. Okay, or you can just go into text, okay, and choose add a heading, and okay, just choose the first one. So here I would say extreme, all caps, EXTREME. Okay, then I hold this and I rotate it to something like this. and I come here and I choose sport, okay, because I want a particular one I use initially. Okay, sport word, yes, this is what I want. So I increase the size of this. So let's increase, yeah. So this is what we have at the moment, and we can even pick colors from the blue, okay. But if you don't want to, you can just leave it like this, and I just position it here and hold Control, click on the image. This what wait let's do this. Hold Control, press and hold Control, click on the extreme and click again. It will select the image, the shape behind it, okay. Then I just select all, but I deselect holding shift, okay. Deselect this the shape we added initially in the image, and I duplicate, okay. And I can position it here, and I can say adventure, so ADVENTURE, okay. I hope I didn't make you get lost. If I did, then I'm sorry. Just skip. Did I say skip? Just send the video back a little bit, okay. So now I select, maybe let me just do this and lock it. I don't know why I'm disturbing myself, and I lock, okay, so that it doesn't even do all of these plenty things we are talking about, okay. Yeah, so now I can select all and bring my text to the bottom here a little bit, okay. So you can see what we are up to. Then I can come back here and say add the subheading, and I can type sports, okay. Oh, it's all caps. Let me just make it okay, SPORTS. Then I will change the color first of all to white, okay. Move it up here, and we are going to use maybe a script font. So I'm seeing something here which is Mevale or something like Mevale script. Look, stop laughing at me. Why are you trying to laugh at me? Okay, I know what I'll do. No problem. So now we want to add a logo, okay. We are not done. We have so many things. Don't be thinking, why is he doing all of these things, and it looks like we are getting to the end of this tutorial. We are not ending yet. So just search for logo, okay. And if you have a sports logo, or if this is a template you also want to be creating, you can just come here and search for. This looks like a sports logo. I just want something which looks like action. Get it? So maybe I'll just choose the one I saw earlier. So let me just choose one of these logos. Wow, it looks like I'm spending so much time. Look, let me just choose this one. Let me reduce the size, bring it to the top over here, reduce the size more, and I can make the color white, okay. So I make the color white over here. Then we would add some text later on, okay. So now what we want to do next is to add some few text and stuff over here. So I can just search for brush stroke, BRUSHSTROKE, okay. Then you can select some of the free versions over here, or you can go to FreePick, you can go to clip art, okay, and search for brush stroke. You get some over there. So I'll choose this one, and we'll position it here. Let's make our image bigger, our design bigger. Then I position this here, okay. I'll rotate it according to how they've been rotated, okay. Yeah. Then I think I'll make the color, I can pick the blue, or I can just use the yellow if I don't really want to use any a lot of colors. But maybe let's shift to red and see, because we have some red here, so it wouldn't really change anything, okay. Yeah, because the thing is, when you're working with color, you really need to be intentional about the colors you are using, okay. Because if you do not take care, then it gets to be like you don't really know what you are about, okay. Yeah. Then with the font, would select this and we'll just say package 1, PACKAGE, package 1. Okay, then we change this font. So we can use maybe a Montserrat, extra bold, okay, so that we slant. We use the italic, okay. I realized the classic, okay, not the classic, but the regular one also is able to do that. But we want something bold because when it's about sport, we really need to use fonts that helps us to drive about the sport kind of feeling. I hope you understand. Yeah, so that's why I make it slanted like this. Then I can change the color to white, and I can duplicate it. Okay, rotate it this way, bring it here, and I can just say 2, select it, duplicate, bring it here, and I can see 3. Okay, then we make it smaller. Okay, so this is what we have at the moment. So the next thing we are going to do is to add some few maybe call to actions here and there. Let's say people want to attend this event or something like that, or something like that. So we select this one, duplicate, okay, and I just do it this way, move it up a little bit, come here and say book your spot. Okay, book your spot. Nice one. Then I can duplicate it, bring it to the bottom, select Montserrat extra bold, choose the classic. We will reduce the size, okay, position it here, and maybe we can put a number. Okay, yeah, we can just put a number. So I can just say 1 2 3 0 2 8 4. Look, I'm just putting a random number. Okay, so let's say this was the number of the registration. Okay, number for registration. So yeah, then we make it bigger. And one interesting thing about not interesting, but a different thing about this is when you're working in the app, okay, in the software, and you want to resize the small text, you can only resize from this angle. But in the web version, you can just resize from any point. I don't know why it's like this, and maybe Canva should really work on this. I'm not part of the Canva team, but just like a Canva review person or so, I think it's something they should really work on. Okay, so that it can be just to improve the experience of the software. Okay, yeah. So we select this and we make it bigger. Then you can add some dummy text, and where I always get my dummy text. Let me just put this browser in again, and we are going to dummy text generator. So it should load beautifully. Then we select all of this, copy, come here and paste. Okay, and with this we are going to use the regular Montserrat, and would also squeeze it, okay, to something like this. Then I can reduce the size. Okay, so then we just change the color to white. Okay, yeah, this is fantastic. So let me minimize this over here. Okay, so let's say there were other things which were going to be happening. Okay, let me unlock and reduce this a little bit. What we can do is we can put maybe a lot, maybe let's say there's something that we're going to be a part of the whole event. Okay, so I can put this here and change the color to white. Then I reduce the size to something like this, position it here. Then let's come into element and we search for tech. Okay, not tvik not tvik, but tech TICK. Okay, then I make it small and position it here. Then I select maybe the yellow. Okay, nice one, and make it smaller, position it here. Let me zoom in more so that it's easier to move things around. Or I'll use my arrow key to move this, and I can see maybe swimming. SWIMMIN, not swim pin. IMMING. I said swimming. Now you. So I don't know. But I know I'm the one who typed it, by the way. But sometimes, so I blame my fingers. Okay, so I can see moto race. Okay, and maybe bouncy castle. So bouncy castle. Initially, when I was younger, I loved bouncing castles a lot because I think that's what made was one of the main things that made my childhood experience very nice. So I'll select all of these ones and shift it to the top a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so that we can have some room here. Select all of this and move it up. And select just the shape and bring it down. And we can still add more if we want to. Okay, depending on what you want. So yeah, you can do that. Maybe I'll just add one more. Okay, so it should be here, and this can be video games. Okay, video games. Nice one. Yeah, so this is what we have. And what we can even do with, let's say if you are using a wider dimension, you can just break it up, so 2 here and maybe 2 there, something of that sort. Okay, yeah. So one thing I want to add is maybe social media icons, and you can add your website, you can add all of these things over here also. So we come here and just search for Facebook, and we can choose this one, and let me just lock this one so that it doesn't move. So this, okay, then Instagram, I select this one and also move it here, and I'll just position it right here, and you know the reason very soon. I can search for maybe Twitter can also be here, and I'll select the circle and I'll bring it here. Okay, and I select all 3 of them and reduce the size. Okay, so that we are able to reduce the size evenly. Okay, yeah. So that's a yogurt seller. Over here in my country, we have these yogurts. They sell yogurt, but on this kind of on the 2-wheel thing they push around, so you can just stop them and buy some, and it's very nice. Like one of these days I would have that when I'm recording a tutorial, so that I'll just whet your appetite for wetting its sake. Yeah, so I'll choose the purple color. Okay, for the blue we have over here. Which color is this? How come we are not getting? Okay, yeah, this is it. Then I select this one also, change it to, okay, this color we have over here, this one also the same, and we can have them here, and maybe put the username. Okay, or you can have your website. Don't forget, you can have your website and all of those things there. So I just put maybe at African Geek, no, let me just say Geeky Games. Maybe it can be a future event or so. Just Canva users and subscribers and fans coming over to have fun. It can be, okay. And this place is too empty. So what we can do is we can copy this logo and paste, bring it to the bottom over here, and we can add a rectangle by pressing R on our keyboard. Okay, and I just make it smaller, reduce the size, and send it to back, not to back, but you send it backward. And you can also rotate it and make it smaller, position it here, and you can just select this, copy, position here, maybe the Geeky Games or something like that. And I don't know which company's logo is this, but this is just for the sake of this tutorial. Okay, It's just because of this tutorial, that's why I'm using it. So just in case maybe a worker, an employee from this company comes and say, hey, this guy is trying to use a logo for something else, please, I'm not trying to use your logo for anything. It's just, I don't know which company is this in. It's just for the sake of this tutorial. So please pardon me. Don't send me to court. Yeah, then I copy this and bring it here, and we can make it bigger. Okay, so bigger like this, and I think cool. It's looking very interesting. Okay, yeah. And if you want to add a tagline, you can also add it. If you don't want to add a tagline too, it's up to you. Okay, but I would want to use the extra bold and give it the italic. Okay, the italic feel. Yeah. Squeeze it, and maybe reduce this one a little bit so that it looks sensible. Yeah. Okay, then maybe what we can also do is the event. We want people to know the dates, okay, for the event. So I can put this here, make it bigger, squeeze it. Okay, maybe let me just position somewhere here. Then this is not even positioned well. Okay, then what I can do is I can just use these same ones, okay, these same fonts, and have it in. I can just say maybe June 15th, okay, to let's say 17th, a 3-day show. Okay, now let me just reduce. Okay, so I increase the size instead, and I increase the size and position here, and maybe rotate it small. Okay, yeah, and yeah, okay, and this is what we have at the moment. So let me click, bring him here so that we can actually see him more. Okay, so yes, I think this is looking funny to me. So this is what I'm going to do. Select all. I would position it here. Position, push everything here. Then maybe I add some dummy text. Maybe I want to give more information about this event. Okay, so I can just position it here. And make it smaller and change the alignment to the left alignment. Okay, then yes, we can just have to we only have to make it white, and bingo, this is very sweet. And if you're able to make it to this point of the tutorial, I would say you have really done well. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So yes, this is what we've been able to do inside of Canva, and I hope you enjoyed this. It's your boy Benjamin, and I will see you in my next tutorial.